Fellas, it's the stick reporting in here, and in this thing we call life, some things come and go. Some things go full circle. You understand what I'm talking about? And I was on a kick lately, a kick of using the thickest of implements, a cylindrical shaft. I'm talking the circumference of a freaking anaconda, okay? I'm talking about a fat grip implement. And everything I did it with fat grips. Now, here's the thing, fellas. With the fat grips, listen, what is it going to do? It's going to freaking make the forearms thick and juicy. It's going to increase the hand strength. You know what I'm talking about? It's going to increase grip strength, thus rendering a freaking greater outcome of freaking buys and tries. And I will attest to this. I will attest that since using the thick shaft implement, bench pressing, overhead pressing, it all feels good because I crush the bar harder. You understand what I'm saying? I can get a freaking grip and my shoulders feel more locked in and stable. Now, here is the thing though, fellas. A great exercise that I just recommended the other day was the fat grip pull-ups. Now, fat grip pull-ups, you know, they're no joke, right? They're obviously harder than if you did a normal pull-up. Well, fellas, I just got the rope mechanism, right, that I showed in my previous video, okay? So you can just loop them around a dumbbell, loop them around a barbell, loop them around the pull-up bar, you know. I'll show more of that. I'll do more of that kind of stuff. But today, I just did a little experiment, you know. I did normal, I started don't call me a cookie. Don't come at me. Okay, first of all, don't come at me for doing lat pull-downs, okay? The lat pull-downs were simply to get warmed up. You see, Ricky B suffers from tremendous tendonitis from using fat grip implements every single day, zero break for weeks on end, okay? Tremendous forearm tendonitis, right? So I have to do extensive warm-ups now in order for my pull-ups, per se, to not be excruciating, okay? So I started with lat pull-downs instead. And I did a little experiment here, you know? I started because I wanted to freaking see how many rope handle pull-ups I could do, like climbing the rope, okay? I bought those rope attachments essentially to mimic climbing a rope, okay? It was the closest thing you can do versus, you know, bringing in a giant manila rope into the gym and then, you know, hooking an insane attachment 50 feet up in the ceiling and then climbing the rope. It's the closest thing you can do. Those handles, you strap them on and do pull-ups with them. You know, get that freaking stout monkey grip. Do you understand what I'm saying? But I had to get it warmed up first. So I did lat pull-downs with it. Did the full stack, like squeezed out 3-4 reps, right? And I did another set, you know, same thing, 3-4 reps, another set, 3-4 reps. And I said, you know what? Just for kicks, I want to see how many reps I can do, you know, with the ropes versus with a normal handle, okay? And if you just watch the quality, these speeds of reps, it's tremendously easy. It's like, okay, well, I understand that using the rope grip is going to be a lot harder on the forearms and the grip strength. Of course, because it's essentially a grip tool. You understand what I'm saying? But then I said, you know what? Just for kicks, I bought these freaking, you know, these fancy schmancy Spud ink straps, mainly because the rat's nest is covered in cat piss putrid, right? And I didn't want to bring cat piss putrid straps to the gym, so I figured, let's just get a new set of straps, shall we? And I said, but yeah, I said, you know what? Why don't I just hook these up? And let me see how many freaking reps I can bang out with the straps. And let me tell you something, it's about twice as easy. And fellas, I guess if we're going to summarize and get to the point of this video, let me just tell you this. You want the freaking summary or not? Sometimes, okay, when we do exercises, we fatigue and we gas out, and it's like, wow, I guess that's all I had in me. So for instance, if I was doing the lat pull downs, just the normal lat pull downs, you know? Maybe get 6, 8, maybe if I really want to grind out 10, okay? And it's wow, you know, I guess that's all my, you know, prime movers, you know, the juicy biceps, the thick, succulent lats, right? I guess it's all they're capable of. But the reality is, guys, if you can grip it, you can rip it. But sometimes you can't even tell if you can grip it and rip it. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes our freaking minds are working separately versus our bodies. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, you can hold on to a handle and you can say, oh, this is easy. I can grip this, no problem. This is, you know, this is a juicy grip, you know? And then it's like you get 6, 8. So oh, I guess it's all I had. But if you put some straps on and you eliminate that grip factor, you can double those reps. Okay, so what am I even trying to get at? What is the point of this video? The point of this video, fellas, is to say I've created a system. Trace Del Hagen, starting from the nastiest, dirtiest, trickiest grip variation. I'm talking a fat grip implement, a rope grip implement, something along those lines. Then progressing to your natural grip movement, and then progressing to your assisted grip movement. And I don't see why you wouldn't do this. Like, for instance, afterwards, I didn't get the footage because I didn't care, and I just wanted to experiment because I'm a freaking scientist. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm a freaking scientist. So I went to pull-ups afterwards, and I did the freaking rope monkey grips, okay? And boy, oh boy, are those difficult. You know, let me get a little more practice before I expose myself to show you how freaking difficult those are. You know, you think these thick puppies right here, you think these thick puppies can easily climb the ropes? Well, you'll be mistaken, because I weigh as much as a freaking hippopotamus. You understand what I'm talking about? I'm thick and stout right now. Leave a comment down below of how much you think I weigh, because I bet you're wrong. I bet you're wrong. All right. So I did the pull-ups with the ropes. Boy, oh boy, was that hard. Then I went to just obviously natural pull-ups, you know, with the freaking, you know, the bear mitts. And it's like, oh man, this is so easy. Okay. And then afterwards, I'm like, you know what? I didn't even feel in my grip. It just felt like my, you know, everything else, my you know, my core, my lats, my buys, you know, my traps, my rhomboids, you know, my teres major, whatever, you know. I felt like, you know, that all fatigued, you know what I'm saying? But then I put some straps on, and like freaking, I kid you not, doubled the reps. And it's like, wow. So maybe, just maybe, the grip is the ultimate weakest link in everything. In everything we do. You understand what I'm saying? Just maybe, and it makes you think, because sometimes that freaking signal is shot to your brain, but your freaking consciousness doesn't even realize it. It's like subconsciously, you're freaking like, oh wow, you know, this is getting hard in my grip. But consciously, you're like, oh, that's easy in my grip. I can grip that no problem. But in fact, you couldn't, because you put those freaking straps on, guys. And I'm telling you, you get more reps. So Trace Del Hagen is the way to go. I kid you not. I'm going to start doing that for everything I do, because ultimately, what wastes the most time in the gym anyway? It's just warming up. Yeah, honestly, warming up is what I waste my time. You know, I'll do 3 exercises in the gym or something, and it's already, you know, an hour, 15 minutes go by with 3 exercises. How's that even possible? You know? Well, because you got to warm up. You know what I'm saying? You start with freaking 75 pounds on lat pull downs, freaking bicep curls. You start with, you know, you got to start with the 10s, get the synovial fluids flowing. Listen, guys, you got to do a lot of warm up sets, because you got to get the synovial fluids to grease up those joints. And once they're greasy, you can freaking, you know, pump the weights, but you got to do a lot of warm-ups. So it's like starting with the 10s on curl, you know, 10s, 15s, 20s, 25s, 30s, 35s, 40s, 45s, 50s, 55s, 60s, 65s. That's a freaking ton of sets. That's a freaking ton of sets. Okay? By the way, that burp right there, that's because I ate 5 chocolate chip cookies, over 1,000 calories total. You want to guess how much that weigh? Take a guess. I bet you're wrong. All right? So, guys, I'm talking about pull-ups, seated rows, curls. You know, for the pressing movements, the grip doesn't make quite as much of a difference, but you know, I'll mess around with it. Maybe even if you can grip it harder, maybe you can rip it harder. You know what I'm saying? But for now on, and listen, and I know you don't take shots at me. Don't take shots at me, because I know I've laughed at lat straps on for lat pull downs. But of course, I'm talking about straps on for lat pull downs at 70 pounds. You know what I'm talking about? Don't get it twisted. I'm talking about your freaking maxing. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about you were horse cock and thick grips. You know, rope grips, like doing challenging gripping things that most people don't do because they have weak, sissy hands. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about doing that, you know. Let's just say lat pull downs, for instance. You know, fat grip lat pull downs. Okay, after you max out with that, you take the fat grips off. You hit the normal grip lat pull downs. After you're done with that, you hit the straps. You know, the curls, fat grip curls, or the rope grip curls. You take them off, normal curls, you freaking strap up, you bust out the curls. You know what I'm talking about? Trace de la Hagen, the perfect system to maximize forearm grip, okay? But after that, you know, those prime freaking movers, they ain't your grip. You're not training freaking, you're not training curls to get a nastier grip, right? You're training curls to get a big bulbous, bulging head. Do you know what I'm talking about? Okay? So, yeah, I want to have, you know, thick, stout, powerful hands and forearms. But at the end of the day, if I'm doing lat pull downs, I ain't doing them for my hands, all right? I'm doing them to have juicy butterfly wings. You understand what I'm saying? So, Trace de la Hagen's beautiful system, you know, leave a comment below, come up with a better system for it. I wanted like Dirty Dick's Perfect 3 or something. I don't know, something like that. All right. Anyways, easy message, but sometimes, guys, it's the basic things. It's the basic things that sometimes we overlook, right? It really is. You know, everything's so complicated. People try to complicate everything, try to make things so freaking complicated. Okay, but sometimes it's the easy things that are right in front of our eyes, right? Dirty Dick's Dirty 3, Dirty Dick's Nasty 3. You know, that's what I'm talking about right there. It's easy system. Fat grip it. Fat phallus. You know, not phallus, I'm sorry. Fat diameter, right? Normal diameter. And then, you know, wrap it up afterwards. You know, put the wrap on. You know what I'm saying?